Hello students, this is Sujata Gamkai coming with class 10 NCERT SSC Math with Sujata ji. Welcome students in this previous year question paper and let us start the March 2024 question 1 paper. So first one students, see the first example. First example, if the sum of zeros of the polynomial p of x is equal to 2x square minus k root 2 x plus 1 is root 2, then value of k is, yes students, here the given equation is in quadratic form. See here students, this is the polynomial in x and which is of the quadratic form. So here I write first p of x is equal to 2x square minus k root 2 x plus 1. Okay, and the value of this polynomial is root 2 students. No, here that the sum of zeros of the polynomial. The sum of the zeros of the polynomial is root 2. So that means here students, if you let the alpha and beta are the roots of given polynomial, then students, then alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. Yes, because this is the formula that minus b upon a, the sum of the roots of the given quadratic equation is equal to minus b upon a. But what about the b and a? The b and a are the coefficient. So here, if you compare this given equation, compare this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then students, you get the value of a as 2, value of b as minus k root 2 and the value of c as 1. Because here students, that at the place of a, here is 2, at the place of b, here is minus k root 2 and at the place of c, there is a plus 1. So here, such a way you can get the value of ABC. And our formula is that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. So that means students, here alpha plus beta, now alpha plus beta is students, the value is given and that is the root 2. So I here put this value root 2 which is equal to minus and b is minus k root 2. So here minus k root 2 divided by a. So what is the divided by a? A is the 2. Now here cross multiplication, 2 root 2 is equal to plus k, that is a minus minus plus k, so k root 2. So here 2 root 2 divided by root 2 is equal to k. So that means root 2 get cancelled students and only the remaining part is that 2. 2 is equal to k, that means students k is equal to 2. So now here students, the answer is 2. That means here students, the correct option is B, 2. Correct option is B, 2. Then student, next one question. See the next one question. If the probability of a player winning a game is 0.79, then probability of this his losing the game is. So now here that the winning a game, there is a winning a game and opposite that is a losing a game. So here we say that here that there is a probability And the inverse of probability, that means the complement of the probability. And we know that suppose you consider that the event as a A. You consider that event as a A, then here the probability of event A should be the complement of probability A is equal to 1 minus of that probability. Complement of probability A is equal to 1 minus probability of A, and that means students that is 1 minus probability of A, that is the 0.79, and which is for the winning again. So here 0.79. So now here 1 minus 0.79, so 1.00 minus 0.79. So it will be students, that is the 0.21. So here probability of A is equal to, sorry, complement of A is equal to 0.21, and that complement of A means the lossing for gain. Okay, and that is equal to 0.21. So which one is the option is the correct? So option D, 0.21 is the correct option. Okay, students. Then next one example. The next one example, if the roots of equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, a is not equal to 0, are real and equal, then which of the following relation is true? Yes, students, here now that the given equation, that is we call it as a quadratic equation, okay, and the discriminant of the quadratic equation is that b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So I write down that b square minus 4ac, but when do you say that it is equal to 0? When the roots of this equation are real and equal. If the roots of the given equations are real and equal, then you can say that b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, students. Okay, but here students, the given equation is that ax square, see here, ax square, this is a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, and that from this equation we can get the discriminant value. Then here students see, simplify it. So b square is equal to 4ac. So now here b square divided by 4, which is equal to ac, and then changing the sides. So ac is equal to b square upon 4. So which one option is correct option? So here the C. See, as it is, AC is equal to B square upon 4. So this is the correct option. So C is the correct option. AC is equal to B square upon 4. Okay, students. Then next one example, students. See the next one example. In an AP, if the first term A is equal to 7, term A of n is equal to 84, and the sum of first Sn is equal to 2093 upon 2, then n is equal to. So now here students, the given values are A is equal to 7, An is equal to 84, and Sn is equal to 2093 upon 2. So now here given equation is given value is An is equal to 84. That means I here use the same formula related to the An. So what is the formula for An? That is equal to A plus n minus 1d. Okay student, so that means here I can put here at the place of n, that is the 84. Okay, so now here 84 is equal to A plus n minus 1d. So that means here students, A plus n minus 1d is equal to 84. I get this value of the A plus n minus 1. Okay. Then here as well as I can use the formula for Sn, because the value of Sn is given. So now here that Sn is equal to n upon 2 in the bracket 2a plus n minus 1 d. So this is the formula for Sn. Okay, sum of the n terms. Now here that Sn is the given and that Sn is 2093 upon 2, which is equal to n upon 2 in the bracket. So here 2a, that means here bifurcation, we bifurcate this. That means that a plus n minus 1d. Okay students, and then here 2093 divided by 2 is equal to n upon 2 in the bracket. Now here a plus n minus 1d. So a plus n minus 1d means students the value of 84. Okay, this term having the value 84. So I place here 84, but we have also the value of a and that value is 7. A is equal to 7 plus 84. So here students 2093 upon 2 is equal to n upon 2 in the bracket 84 plus 7. So that is equal to 91. So 2093 multiply 2 divided by 2 multiply 91, which is equal to n. We simplify this. Okay, so after simplification 2 get cancel out, then here we can do this 2093 divided by 2000, sorry, 2093 divided by 91. Then here 2 here, okay, 2, then 2 2s are then 93. So here 6 and 2. So 263. So here students, here student 273. So 3, 91 3s are 273. So here students the answer is 23. 23 is equal to n. So that means n is equal to 23. Okay. This is our final answer. So see here, the correct option is C, 23. Okay, students. The next one example. Next one is the fifth one example. If two positive integers P and Q can be expressed as P is equal to 18a square b raised to 4 and Q is equal to 20aq b square, where a and b are prime numbers, then LCM of PQ is. Okay, we have to calculate the LCM of P and Q, and we have the value as well as the P and Q. P and Q values are given. So here the value of P, as we consider here that P is equal to 18a square b raised to 4, and here the Q. So that Q is 20a cube b square. So I factorize this 2 multiply 9 multiply a square multiply b raised to 4. So now here 2 multiply 3 square multiply a square multiply b raised to 4. Then here students q is equal to, that is 5 fourths 20 multiply a cube multiply b square. So here q is equal to 5 multiply square of 2 multiply a cube multiply b square. Okay students, and then we can find out the LCM. So how can we find out the LCM of this P and Q? And that P of Q, that is the students that we taken out the highest number of the indices of the variable, given variable. So here first we write down the distinct number, that is 2, 3, 5. Okay, and then the variables a, b. Then here 2, that is we have taken the highest index of the 2, and that will be 2. Then highest index of 3, that is a 2. Highest index of 5, that is 1. And then highest index of A, that is 3. And the highest index of B is 4. So now here student, square of 2, that is 4. Square of 3, 9. And multiply 5, multiply A cube B raised to 4. So now here students, if you want uh, finding out instantly the option, then use observe this a cube b raised to 4. So a cube b raised to 4. So this option should be the correct option. Okay, so let us check out. That is 9 5 are 45 and 45 4s are students. So 45 4s are students 180. Yes. So 180 a cube b raised to 4 is our correct answer. So here the correct option is D, 180 a cube b raised to 4. Okay students. Then next one student, example, next one example. 6.1 example, AD is a median of triangle ABC with vertices A 5 minus 6, B 6 4 and C 0 0. Length AD is equal to. Okay. So now here there is a triangle ABC. So first I draw the triangle ABC here. So this is the triangle ABC, A having the coordinate 5 minus 6, B having the coordinate 6 4, C having the coordinate 0 0. Okay, and here also they mention out that AD is a median. AD is a median. So I draw the median. That median means the midpoint of BC. Median means the midpoint of BC taken as midpoint of BC, and that will be D. And then you can join points A and D. Okay, so now here we have to find out the AD, that length of AD. We have to find out the length of AD. So now here students, we consider the coordinate of this midpoint as xy. So now here, first we have to calculate the midpoint of this coordinate point of the D, coordinate points of the given midpoint D. So how can we find out? Then here, first we write down that coordinates coordinates write down here students. Coordinates of points D is equal to x1 plus x2 upon 2, y1 plus y2 upon 2. Okay students, so now here we can consider out that is the BC. Okay, the end points BC, and that B as x1 y1 and C as x2 y2. So now here x1 becomes 6, so 6 plus x2 0 divided by 2. So 6 plus 0 divided by 2, and y1 plus y2, that means 4 plus 0 divided by 2. So now here 6 divided by 2, 4 divided by 2. So the coordinate will be 2 3s are 6 and 2 2s are 4. So 3 2. So the coordinate of xy, or we can say that coordinates of points D as 3 2. As we have the coordinate of points 3 2, then we can calculate the length of AD. So here I consider that A5 minus 6 as x1 y1. So here x1 becomes 5, y1 becomes minus 6. Then here that the point D consider as x2, y2. Okay. D32 is equal to x2, y2. So here students, x2 is equal to 3, y2 is equal to 2. So now here by using distance formula, by using distance formula, we can say that distance from A to C is equal to in the square root x1 minus x2 whole bracket square plus y1 minus y2 whole bracket square. So now here students will put the values of x1 y1, x2 y2. So here 5 minus x1 that is 3 whole bracket square plus minus 6 minus 2 whole bracket square. So here students it is 5 minus 3 2, so square of 2 plus here minus 6 minus 2 that means square of minus 8. So in the square root 4 plus square of a minus 8 that means 64. So here square root of 68. So the students distance from A to C is equal to root 68. So here students see this one. Option A root 68 units is the correct answer. Okay students. Then next one example. If sec theta minus tan theta is equal to m, then the value of sec theta plus tan theta is, yes, we have to find out the value of sec theta plus cos theta is equal to how much. So now here students there is a formula with the identity of trigonometry, and that identity of trigonometry is that sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So here tan theta is equal to 1. So now here we can expand this sec square theta minus tan square theta. That means here students sec theta whole bracket square minus tan theta whole bracket square is equal to 1. So it is in the form of a square minus b square. So here in the first bracket we write sec theta plus tan theta, and in the second bracket we write sec theta minus tan theta, which is equal to 1. So now here we have the value of sec theta minus tan theta, and that is equal to m. Okay, so that means here in the bracket sec theta plus tan theta multiply m is equal to 1. So sec theta plus tan theta is equal to 1 upon m. This one students. Okay, so 1 upon m is the final answer. So here which one option? The option is C, 1 upon m. Okay, then next one student. From the data 1, 4, 7, 9, 16, 21, 25. If all the even numbers are removed, then the probability of getting at random a prime number from the remaining is. Yes, students. There is a data, and that data is the numbers. The numbers are included here. That is a 1, 4, 7, 9, 16, 21, 24, 25. Okay, but that is not the sample space, students. That is not the outcomes. We have to get the outcomes by the given condition as per the information is given as per the example. Okay, so in the example they says that removing even numbers, and that will be students, that will be the sample space, that will be the outcome student. So here we can say the s is equal to that we remove the even numbers, so we remove this 4, 16. So the remaining numbers will be 1, 7, 9, 21, 21. Okay, so here n of s is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. And now the event is there. And that event is a prime number. Getting a random a prime number. So now getting a prime number. So that means students it is an event and that I consider A. The set A. So now here getting a prime number. Which one are the prime numbers? 1, no. 7, yes. So I included. 9, no. Yes, 9, that means here students 179. Yes, here only 7. I think here only the 7 is the prime number. Okay, so that here students leave A. Okay. So now here even numbers, okay, getting at random a prime number. So now 1 is not a prime number, 7, 7 is only 1. So now here n of A, n of A is equal to 1 students. N of A is equal to 1. So that means here the probability, we have to calculate the probability. So probability of A is equal to n of A upon n of S. So that means students n of A 1 and here the n of S that is 5. So 1 of 5. 1 upon 5 is the correct answer. So here students the correct answer C. Answer B. Option B, 1 upon 5 is the correct answer. Okay, students? Then next one example, student. Let us see. For some data, x1, x2, comma, dot, 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 xn. With respect to frequencies f1, f2, dot, 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 up to fn. The value of summation from 1 to n fi in the bracket xi minus x by is equal to. Yes students, we have to find out the value of this given. Okay, so now here we know that the mean, that what is the mean, that mean represent x bar. So the formula for that x bar is equal to summation from fi xi upon summation fi. So now here that the value is from 1 to n. Okay. Now here I cross multiply. So after cross multiply I get x bar summation over fi is equal to summation over fi xi. Okay. Then here students I get that the summation, here see, here 0 is equal to summation fi xi minus x bar summation fi. So now here students see that here is a summation fi, here is a summation fi. So summation fi is common in both the terms, and so in the bracket xi minus x bar, and that the condition is applied for 1 is equal to 1 to n. So here see, by changing the side, summation over 1 to n fi in the bracket xi minus x bar is equal to 0. So our final answer is 0. So the correct option is D, 0. Okay students. Then next one example students. The zeros of a polynomial x square plus bx plus q are twice the zero of the polynomial 4x square minus 5x minus 6. The value of p is. Yes. So now here students, the given polynomial is that, or we say the quadratic equation. The given quadratic equation is 4x square minus 5x minus 6. Okay, as you compare this equation with the general form of a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then you can get a is equal to 4, b is equal to minus 5 and c is equal to minus 6 students. Okay, so now here students that the alpha plus beta, if you say that the zeros of a polynomial. Okay, so here students alpha plus beta, that you consider that the roots of the given quadratic equations are alpha and beta. So sum of the roots are alpha plus beta and that is equal to minus b upon a. So here alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. So that means minus 5 upon 4. But now here students that here is that the given equation, that is x square plus px plus q, px plus q. For this polynomial, the zeros of the polynomial are the twice the zeros. Twice the zeros. That means here students, at the place of alpha, we write the first root 2 alpha. At the place of beta, we write 2 beta. Okay, so 2 alpha and 2 beta are the roots of this quadratic equation. Okay, so here I write 2 alpha and 2 beta are the roots of x square plus px plus q. And that means students, the sum of the roots will be 2 alpha plus 2 beta is equal to minus b upon a. So now we are common from this. So 2 in the bracket alpha plus beta, which is equal. So now here students, the minus b upon a. So here minus b upon a, that means the minus p upon 1 and that equal to alpha plus beta, which is equal to minus here 2, sorry, minus p upon 2 students. Okay, or in the place of alpha plus beta, we can place here this alpha plus beta, value of alpha plus beta, that is minus 5 upon 4. So here I place directly. So 2 multiply minus 5 upon 4, which is equal to minus 3. So that means here 2 ones are 2 twos are, so minus 5 upon 2, minus 5 upon 2, which is equal to minus p. That means 5 upon 2 is equal to p. That will be the curve, cancelling out the sign from both the sides. So p is equal to 5 upon 2. Okay. So the final answer is 5 upon 2. So see here students, the correct option is B, 5 upon 2. Okay student. Next one example. If the distance between the points 3 minus 5 and x minus 5 is 15 units, then the values of x are, yes students, we have to calculate the value of x. So now here there are the 2 points and we have to find out the distance between them. As we use the formula for the distance formula, then if you calculate this by the distance formula, then you can get the value of x. So what is the distance formula? So before that we consider the given point as a 3 minus 5, which is equal to a x1 y1. So here students, x1 is equal to 3, x1 is equal to 3, y1 is equal to minus 5. And here students, the next one point, that is a b, consider as b, x minus 5, and that will be b x2 y2. So here students, the x2 is equal to x and y2 is equal to minus 5. So that means students here, by using formula, I write down that by using distance formula. by using distance formula, distance from A to B, distance from A to B, and that is equal to x1 minus x2 whole bracket square plus y1 minus y2 whole bracket square. So now put the values of these x1, x2, y1, y2. So here in the square root, 3 minus x whole bracket square plus minus 5 minus of minus 5 whole bracket square. So now here students, in the square root, 3 minus x whole bracket square plus minus 5 plus 5 whole bracket square. So now distance from A to B. Distance from A to B is 15 units students. So here also we can put this value. So now here students, the minus 5 plus 5, that will be equal to 0. So here students, 15 is equal to in the square root 3 minus x whole bracket square plus 0. Okay, plus 0 whole bracket square. Okay, so now here 15 is equal to in the square root 3 minus x whole bracket square. So at this stage we square out on both the sides. Squaring on both the sides, that means here student, square of 15 is equal to square of 3 minus x whole bracket square square. So that means square of 15, that is 225, which is equal to square of this, that means 3 minus x whole bracket square. So now here students, 225 is equal to 9 minus 6x plus x square. So here 0 is equal to 9 minus 6x plus x square minus 225. So here students, 0 is equal to x square minus 6x, then 225 plus 9, and that means students here the answer is 260 minus 260. So now here students, that we do here this further, x square minus 6x minus 216 is equal to 0. So now here students, we have to calculate the value of x. So that's why by the factorization method we solve this equation. So here 216, we want the two numbers such that their product will be minus 216 and their addition or subtraction will be minus 6. So here students, which are these numbers? So now here students, if you observe from the option, then that numbers are given, that is uh, 12 and 18. 12 and 18 are the numbers that. So here 12 and 18. In such a way that we doesn't get the answer instantly, then use the option. Okay. So I here use the option. So the options are correct. So the two options, here the two options may be correct. Between that the one is correct. But here that A and B option is correct. Because the 12 and 18, the numbers 12 and 18, the product of the 12 and 18 is 260. And their addition or subtraction will be minus 6. So which are these numbers? So here students, minus 18 and positive 12. So 12 and negative 18 are the correct option. Okay. So not the final answer. We have to calculate it. Then we can say that here. But these options, see, that is 18 5s are 19. So it is cancelled out. And here 12 9s are. So that means here 108. The product is 108. So they काढून टाका त्यांना तिथून. Okay, they destroy from, avoid them from our answer. Okay, and then we choose these two options, A or B. So let us take out which one is the correct answer, A or B. So here we write x1 x square minus 18x plus 12x minus 216 is equal to 0. So now make the group of these two. So common from this first group, that is x minus 18, plus here from this group the common is 12. So 12 in the bracket x minus 18 is equal to 0. So now here students, the next one, the two brackets are equal. So here I write in one bracket. In the second bracket, that is x plus 12, which is equal to 0. So x minus 18 is equal to 0, or we can say that x plus 12 is equal to 0. X plus 12 is equal to 0. That means students, x is equal to 18 or x is equal to minus 12. So here students, see A or B, A or B, which one option is correct? So here the minus 12, 18, and that means students, the correct option is B, minus 12, 18. Okay. Then next one students. Next one is that if cos alpha plus beta is equal to 0, then value of cos alpha plus beta upon 2 is equal to, yes students, here now in such a case that we have to find out the formula, and that formula will be students that we know that if here cos alpha plus beta is equal to 0. Okay students, you write down that is equal to 0. So now here which one cos, which one the angle of cos give the value of 0, and that will be students the 90 degree. So cos alpha plus beta is equal to cos 90. Okay students, sorry here cos, yes, cos 90. So that means here students, yes, here correct answer cos 90. So now here equating both the sides, alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so now here we have to calculate, that is cos alpha plus beta upon 2. So now here we dividing both the sides here, or we can say that cos here cos alpha plus beta upon 2. So alpha plus beta upon 2, that means students, here we write down here cos 90 upon 2. Okay, so directly we can write down that is a cos 45. Okay, so now here students, a cos 45 degree, cos 45 degree. Okay, so the cos 45 degree is equal to students, the correct option is A, that is a 1 upon root 2. Cos 45 degree is equal to 1 upon root 2. Okay students, so correct option is A, 1 upon root 2. Okay. The next one, a solid sphere is cut into two hemispheres. Into two hemispheres. The ratio of the surface areas of sphere to that two hemisphere taken together is. Yes, student. So now here students, we know that if there is a sphere, then we can say that surface area of sphere is equal to 4 pi r square, is equal to 4 pi r square. And if there is a hemisphere, that a solid sphere is cut into two hemisphere. Okay, so there is a one sphere and we cut this sphere, so we get a two hemisphere. So here that surface area, we get the surface area of hemisphere, we get the surface area of hemisphere is equal to 4 pi square upon 2, that means 2 pi r square. Okay students, and here the ratio of surface areas of sphere to that of two hemisphere. So now here this is the surface area of one hemisphere. Then students, the surface area of two hemispheres is equal to students surface area of two hemisphere, and that means here students that 2 pi r square here multiply 2, so that means here 4 pi r square. Okay, 4 pi r square. So now here students that if you see that surface area of one hemisphere. Okay, students, yes, students, here the one hemisphere, surface area of one hemisphere will be 3 pi r square, because if you cut out this sphere, then we get this surface as well as this surface. Okay, students, and so that means it is the 3 pi r square. So here our correct option, that is a 2. So here 3 pi r square multiplied 2, that means here 6 pi r square. Okay, students, and that means here students the ratio means here surface area of sphere, surface area of sphere is to surface area of two hemisphere, surface area of two hemispheres, okay, which is equal to surface area of sphere is 2 pi r square, 4 pi r square, so 4 pi r square is 2. Surface area of two hemispheres, that is 6 pi r square. So here 6 pi r square. So here 4 pi r square upon 6 pi r square. So here pi r square cancel out, and the 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. So 2 upon 3, and that means students 2 is to 3. 2 is to 3 is the correct answer. So here the final answer or the option is C, 2 is to 3 is the correct option. Okay, student. Then next one will be the 14th question. The middlemost observation of every data arranged in order is equal. Students, it is a very easy question, that is median, that middlemost observation of every data. So the middlemost observation means nothing but the median, and that's why here students we say that the correct option is B. The correct option is B, median. Okay, middlemost observation. Okay, students. Then the next one example. So the next one example, students see about the circular cone, okay, and the solid cube. So here the volume of the largest right circular cone that can be carved out from a solid cube of age 2 centimeter is. Yes, first students we have to write down the volume of the right circular cone. Okay, so first write down the formula here. Volume of volume of circular cone, volume of circular cone is equal to 1 upon 3 pi r square h. Yes. So now here solid cube, there is a solid cube students. If there is a solid cube and we have to carve it, okay, and then students there is a solid cube of age 2 centimeter. That means here if this is students, this is a cube and we have to carve this. So that means students, this is the circle. We get the circle. And as we get the circle, then it will be the diameter. And that diameter will be 2 centimeter. That diameter will be 2 centimeter. Okay, and that diameter will be 2 centimeter, then the radius will be 1 centimeter. Okay, students, because carve with the edge, cube of edge. Okay, so here we taken out the cube. Okay, so here r is equal to 1 centimeter. And now here students, the what about the height? So here the height will be the same, that is a 2 because it is a cube. Okay, so height will be 2. Height doesn't change. So 1 upon 3 pi and then r square that is the 1 square of 1 and h that is a 2. So here pi and 2 get cancelled students. So here students 1 okay sorry students 1 upon 3 pi r square. So 2 pi upon 3. Yes, 2 pi upon 3 and the centimeter that means students cubic cubic centimeter. 2 pi upon 3 cubic centimeter. So the correct option is D, 2 pi upon 3 cubic centimeter. Okay, students? Let us go further. Then next one, two dice are rolled together. The probability of getting sum of numbers on the two dice as 2, 3 or 5 is. Yes. First here students, the two dice are rolled down. Okay, first I write down two dice are rolled and that means students the outcomes are 36. Okay, do not write that, but we have to only write down that n of s is equal to 36. Okay, and then students here that probability getting sum of numbers. Okay, here. So this is the event. So here we consider that event A, and that means the getting sum of numbers on the two dice as 2, 3 or 5. Okay, so that means here students the A is equal to, okay, A is equal to, then addition will be 2. Addition will be 2. The possibility in the case of 1, 1. Okay, so here 1, 1. It is the only one possibility. Then the possibility of the getting the sum 3, that means students here 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, these are the two possibilities for getting the sum 3. And for getting the 5, getting the sum 5, the possibilities are 1, 4, 2, 3, 3, 2, then 4, 1. Bus. Okay, so now here students, these are the possibilities. So here how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are the 7 possibilities. Okay, so we write in the curly bracket. So n of A is equal to 7. So now here the probability. The probability of A is equal to n of A upon n of s. So n of a is 7 and n of s that is the 36. So now here students 7 upon 36, that means the correct option is A, 7 upon 36. Okay students. Next one example is the center of a circle is at 2, 0. If one end of a diameter is at 6, 0, then the other end is at. Okay. So now every time students, every time that you doesn't get the answer, then you should draw the figure and then you can judge out, you can check out whether that how can we calculate the answer. Okay student, so here now there is a circle and this is the center. So the center of a circle is at 2, 0. So this is the 2, 0 points. Okay. And the diameter. So here diameter. So here I consider A, this will be O, and this will be B. So at the end there is a 6, 0 point. Okay. So now we have to calculate the other end. The other end will be students the A. So the other end, I consider the coordinate xy. Okay. Or other way. Okay. Xy. So now here students, if that there is a center, that means students the distance OA and distance OB are equals. That means O is the midpoint of the diameter AB. So here we use the formula, midpoint formula. So here we write by using midpoint formula. By using midpoint formula. So here midpoint formula, that is the coordinates of this one. So I consider that this one as xy or xy, this one as x1 y1 and this one as x2 y2. It will be convenient to solve it. Okay. So now here that is the coordinate of xy, that is a midpoint, and that will be x1 plus y1 upon 2. Sorry here x1 plus x2 upon 2 and y1 plus y2 upon 2. So now here students xy, that means the coordinates are 2, 0, which is equal to x1 plus x2, that means here x1 plus x2, that is 6 divided by 2, and here y1, so here y1 write down, plus here 0, y2 is 0 and divided by 2. Okay student, and then here see student next one, that is we equate both the sides. So how can we equate? That is a 2 is equal to this one and the value of 0 is for this one, y coordinate. So 2 is equal to x1 plus 6 upon 2, and here students, that is a 0 is equal to y1 plus 0, that means y1 upon 2. Okay, so now here students, by cross multiplication 2 2s are 4, x1 plus 6. So here 4 minus 6 is equal to x1. So here minus 2 is equal to x1. That means x1 is equal to minus 2. So now here students, that is 0 is equal to y1. That means y1 is equal to 0. So the coordinates are students, the coordinates are minus 2, 0. Minus 2, 0. These are the coordinates. So see here, the correct option is C, minus 2, 0. Okay, students? x1 plus 6. I think there is some mistake arisen. x1 plus x2 upon y1 plus y2. x1 plus x2, that means the 6. Okay, and here 2 2s are 4. 4 minus 6, that is minus 2. Minus 2, 0 is the, I think I watch here, that is 4, 0 equating x1 plus 6. Here students, some mistake is 2, 0, the center is 2, 0. Okay. Because that I think that here is the 6 0 and these are the midpoints. Now O is the midpoint. So that means here students we should have to get the value of the coordinate of the A as -60. Okay, it should not be -20 students. Here there is some mistake to calculate the x1. Okay, to calculate the x1. So which one is a mistake? So आपल्याला कळू शकतं की मिस्टेक काय आहे ते. ओके आन्सर बघितल्यानंतर सुद्धा आपल्याला समजलं पाहिजे की आपली मिस्टेक कुठे आहे ती कारण इथे लगेच लक्षात येतं देअर इज अ 6 0 सो इट इज surely we can say that the answer should be -60. Okay student, so let us check out where is a mistake arising. 1 plus 6, then 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 6, at -2 students, okay, -2 0. Okay students, because it is, see here, it is not the center, it is not at the origin. Okay, it is not at the origin. So here students, the answer is correct. -2 0. Okay, it is correct answer. X1 plus 6 upon 2 and that is equal to 20 x1 plus x2 x1 plus 6 upon 2 which is equal to 2. Yes students, it is right. -20 is the correct answer. Okay students, is the correct answer. Then next one, see, in the given figure, graphs of two linear equations are shown. The pair of these linear equations is, yes students, I think this is the coordinates xo x dash and the yo y dash. Okay, graph are plotted here and the two lines are given here. As you observe carefully, the two lines, then that two lines are non-parallel lines. If you extend these two lines, then that two lines can be meet at one point here. Okay, maybe meet at one point infinitely distance, at an infinitely distance. So now here students, first we see the options that which one we have to filling the correct one. Okay, so that one consistent with unique solution. Consistent with unique solution. It not be possible that consistent with unique solution because they are the intersecting lines. These are the intersecting lines. Okay, and at the intersecting line students, that we can say that here, we can say that students, that the if the lines are intersecting, then that should be inconsistent. That should be inconsistent. That by can, okay, inconsistent. And here also can be made consistent by extending these lines. Yes. So I think it is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. Okay. Then the next one students, 98th example, that 19 and 20 are for the assertion and reason. Okay, statement of assertion A is followed by a statement of reason R. Choose the correct option. Okay, so there are the A, B, C, D. You familiar that these options, okay, and these options are combining for the 98th and the 28th example. So see the 98th example students. First one, assertion, that is the tangent drawn at the end points of a diameter of a circle are parallel. Okay students, this is the question arisen in also February 2025. Okay, this हाच क्वेश्चन 2025 फेब्रुवारीच्या एक्झामला आला होता. ओके स्टुडंट, सो दिस इज अ व्हेरी important question, frequently asking question. This statement is frequently asking. So here the tangent draw at the one point. So here there is a circle having the diameter and the end points. If you draw the end points, if you draw the tangents at the end point, then these are the tangents which are parallel to each other. Yes. So here we can say that the assertion A is the right. Okay. Assertion A is the right. But now what about the reason? Diameter of a circle is the longest chord. Yes. Okay, student. Diameter will be the length which is the longest chord. So here both are the correct, but we can say that the reason is not explanation of the assertion. Explanation reason R is not the explanation of the assertion. So that's why students see here the correct option will be both assertion and reason are true. But reason R is not correct explanation for assertion, because that assertion having the reason that there is a radius, there is a tangent, and the radius and tangent theorem, from the radius tangent theorem, or we say only the tangent theorem, then we can say that these two tangents making the right angle to the radius or to the diameter. So that will be the reason, and that's why your students that the reason is not correct explanation for assertion A. So here the correct option is students B. The correct option is B for the 98th exam. Okay students. The next one, see the 28th example. So the assertion is if the graph of a polynomial touches x-axis at only one point, then the polynomial cannot be a quadratic polynomial. Yes, students, if you see that the quadratic polynomial, here mention the term quadratic polynomial, and for the quadratic polynomial students, the degree, the highest index of the variable should be students of 2. Then it will be the quadratic polynomial. But here if there is only one point, then we can't say that it is a quadratic polynomial. It is a quadratic polynomial. So here student, assertion is wrong. Assertion is wrong. Okay. But what about the reason? The reason is that a polynomial of degree n, that n is greater than 1 and can have at most n zeros. So now here at most n zeros, at most n means, what is the meaning of that at most? The word at most means up to n, up to n, up to n. That means here students equal to n. The highest range will be n. The highest range will be n. So here students, but the here given is that degree n greater than 1. So here students, we can say that the reason is true, and so that's why here students the our correct option is D, because the reason is true. The reason is true, but the assertion is false. So when assertion is false, reason is true, then the option D is correct. So that means in case of the example 28, the option D is correct option. Okay students? Students, see, this is the March 2020, February 2024 previous year board question paper and for the only question Q1 students. So now here, if you like this question 1, solving question 1, then you subscribe our channel.